Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. My track guide for Summit Point in the BMW M2 CS. Let's get into it. In the race, turn 1 is going to be the best place to try and overtake, but for qualifying and hot lapping we want to be on the left side of the track. Our braking marker is the 4 cones here on the left. Once we get to them, we go to about 90% brake pressure, easing that off all the way to where the curb and the repaved part meets. The line through the corner is pretty much just following the inner side of the repaved part. Once the repaved part and the curb meets is also where we want to start to apply the throttle again. Here we want to ease it in because it's really easy to make the rear slide, and that will quickly lose you quite a lot of time. Now we want to stay on the right side of the track, driving as few meters as possible all the way up to turn 3. Turn 3 is a place where you can try and overtake, but it will be dangerous. I'll start to brake when I get to the cones here on the right, going to about 50% brake pressure, and we are slowly easing that off all the way to the middle of the corner. Once in the middle of the corner we want to start to apply the throttle again. Again here we want to ease it in because it's really easy to lose time. I don't recommend hitting the curb as it will untilt the car quite a lot. We can touch some of the lower part, just don't hit it too hard. Then of course we want to use all of the curb here on the right side, but don't go into the gravel as that will slow down the car. Now get over to the left side of the track, and braking for turn 5 actually starts all the way up here, just before turn 4. Here I lift off the throttle and we go to about 5% brake pressure. I aim to cut the curb on the inside and end up in just around the middle of the track after turn 4. Once I end up in the middle of the track and the car is straight, I'll start to brake. And here I aim for about 85% brake pressure, and we are easing that off all the way to the top of the corner. Again, we can follow the repaved part around to help us with the line through the corner. Once at the top of the corner, I'll slowly start to apply the throttle again, aiming to stay on the left side of the track for turn 6. For turn 6, I'll start to brake when I get to this little dirt part of the track. Quick hit to about 50%, easing that off all the way to the top of the corner again. We're at the top of the corner when the repaved part leaves the curb. It is also here we want to start to apply the throttle again. Again, we want to ease it in and we want to follow the repaved part out to the outside curb. And now it's all about balance through 7, 8 and 9. And we're controlling the car with the throttle all the way through there. If you have trouble with the car going on the anti-spin, you're using too much throttle and it will cost you time here. We can touch some of the curbs, and I do touch the one for number 7. Just after that one, you can see the car sliding just a little bit because I hit it too hard. I also shipped up to 4th to help the car settle down a little bit. Turn 8 we will sacrifice so we can come out on the left side of the track for turn 9. Then we want to get as close as we can to the inside curb without hitting it. After this, if you're not sliding too much, we can slowly increase the throttle to 100% now. And of course, use all of the curb on the outside. Be on the left side here on the straight, and some people might try and overtake you into the last corner, and that can be a bit dangerous. I couldn't find a very good braking marker here for the last turn, so I'll try and use the 2 marshals here in on the right. When I lose them, I go to about 70% brake pressure, easing off to just before the curb ends. And as the curb ends, you want to start to apply the throttle again. Here we can just jam the throttle down. We can actually use all the tarmac outside the red and white curb, so we should use it just to make sure we have as high an exit speed as possible. And from now on, it's a drag race down to the start finish line. That's my lap around Summit Point in the BMW M2 CS of a time of 1 minute 16.3. I have more track guides for the BMW linked down below. Hopefully you found this one useful. If you did, leave a like down below, consider subscribing as well, and now for the uninterrupted hot laps.